Hey everybody, Justin here. I'm joined by Sid, and we are watching some 4K footage of Horizon Zero Dawn. This is running in 4K, so if you're watching on YouTube, please do make sure that you're watching the 4K material by clicking the little icon at the bottom.
That's correct, and you captured this footage, right, Justin?
Yeah, this is me playing here.
Some nice running.
Not playing right now, but I captured this footage. And we just want to point out how gorgeous this game looks in 4K. I know that there's been a lot of footage of Horizon out there, but we wanted to specifically capture this 4K footage to show off some of the fine detail in Horizon.
That's right. So Horizon's running in 2160p or 2160 checkerboard, which is a technique that Guerrilla has used here to kind of get the visual splendor that's on display here. Mm-hmm. And Justin, you and I both recently upgraded to 4K TVs.
That's right, 4K HDR TVs.
That is correct. And so one of the things, and this is the challenge we run up against sometimes out there in the internets, is it can be kind of tough to show some of this cool stuff off, this really bleeding edge visual technology. But I'll tell you something, when you see this in 4K and you see it with HDR, the high dynamic range, it looks outrageous.
Yeah, please note that we're not seeing HDR footage here. This is 4K, but not HDR.
That's right.
You'll be able to really see how amazing that HDR makes it look once you get it running on an HDR set.
Now, it's worth pointing out that if you're running this on a standard PS4 with just sort of high definition HD television set, this is one of the best looking games I've seen on PS4.
Absolutely.
Gorgeous, tremendous art direction, awesome universe here, killer creature design, all that. So it's a gorgeous looking game no matter where you play it or how you play it, but we did want to take a couple minutes to just show off how great this thing looks in 4K. It is a stunner.
So this was a fun fight that I had with some bellowbacks here. I like the roll mechanic here. It feels kind of Dark Souls-y, where if you dodge at just the right moment, you can kind of avoid attacks, even if they get right on you. But I really enjoy fighting these bellowbacks because if you watch me play, you see I'm trying to hit those the little gullet that they have and the big tank on their back. If you do enough damage to them, they'll explode, dealing massive damage.
Looks like you're using freeze arrows here.
Yeah, at this point I was trying a bunch of different techniques to see what effects they would have. Freeze arrows are not the best technique.
Well, you know what they're used for. When you use, there's freeze bombs and freeze arrows, they actually increase the amount of damage inflicted on a lot of the creatures. So if you, it's almost like a damage amplifier in a way. So you freeze them up, and then when you start hitting them, you're doing more damage than before. So just a little pro tip for those of you out there.
One awesome touch is, you see when that bellowback was walking through there, it bumped up against the trees, and the tree actually shook.
Oh, cool.
There's another clip, I think later on, where it actually knocks one of the trees over. It's crazy.
Awesome. I mean, worth calling out here, this is coming from Guerrilla Games, obviously a well-known studio, but this is a huge departure from them. They're known for making some great shooters. This is not a shooter. This is a huge open-world action RPG with a really in-depth storyline, and this game is just tearing up the reviews right now.
Yeah.
It's great to hear people are so excited about this.
So well-deserved. You said you and I have had access to the game for a couple weeks now, and we've been playing it for a while. What are your broad thoughts on Horizon Zero Dawn?
I mean, maybe I'm a little biased because I do work at PlayStation, but this is, I think, the most excited and impressed that I think I've ever sort of felt about an open world game. I've had some great experiences with your Skyrims, your Witchers, and all those kinds of games, but it's the tight mechanics, it's the fresh feel. Look at this fight. I've never seen a fight like this in a video game.
Yeah.
You know, and there's these, you can tie them down with ropes. It's just such the
combat is just so finely tuned.
It's finely tuned. I love the world. It's beautiful. Just look at all this foliage here, incredible foliage.
Well, and these rusted out old, like, what was that, a tank or something? Like, it constantly surprises me when I'm running around in this it almost feels like a primitive environment, but then you come across these giant landscapes of rusted out old buildings, and you realize, oh wait, this is actually super far in the future. The game constantly surprises me with that.
Look at this, and again, try and imagine what this would look like on a PS4 Pro running in 4K. With HDR on, if you have a TV set that supports all that.
Oh, it's incredible, yeah.
It is, I mean, you're actually pretty new to that party. What was your initial impression when you saw it going for the first time?
Yeah, just last night, actually, I got my new 4K HDR set all plugged in and set up, and it just blew me away turning on Horizon the first time, because I'm about 45 hours into the game, and all of that has been played on a 1080p set, which already looks fantastic, but it just looks absolutely mind-blowing on the 4K set.
What is going on up there?
That is a Thunderjaw, and this is actually the last clip of our little montage here. So we will start wrapping it up. Horizon Zero Dawn comes out on February 28th. That's very, very soon, depending on when you're watching this.
That's right. It's only on PS4. Awesome PS4 Pro support, probably the best I've seen yet. We got just a little sneak peek of it here, but game comes out real soon, and folks are super, super stoked about it. The reviews have been excellent. A lot of excitement out there. It's a new IP for PlayStation, and really a job well done by Guerrilla Games.
It's fantastic. So this is the Thunderjaw. This is, I think, the most imposing, if not maybe one of the most imposing foes that you can take on in Horizon Zero Dawn. So you can see I'm sitting here planning my attack. I'm using the focus to highlight its different weak points and see what exactly it's weak to. You see those disc launchers on its back can be knocked off. You can use those against it. You can knock off its tail. You can do you have a lot of different approaches here. Let's see how I handle this situation.
I'm dying to know. You are way further ahead of me in the game.
So yeah, this is kind of end game status with the weapons. I've got a lot of different weapons unlocked, lots of different elemental payloads I can deliver, and for some reason I'm going to select the standard hunter arrow and attack my gigantic foe with that, which is probably not a great idea. So I'm trying to knock off that thing on top of it with standard hunter arrows. I probably should have used a Terrablast arrow or oh yeah, okay, so yeah, that wasn't, maybe not the best way to go.
I guess that's the end of the demo, huh?
That is the end of the demo. That's Horizon Zero Dawn. It's coming out February 28th on PlayStation 4. Thanks for tuning in.
PlayStation